Texans did it again. Another record day of early voting in the state.
Yeah, more voters in Travis County actually voted today, surpassing yesterday's record, and 15% of registered voters in Williamson County have already voted. This is happening at a time when there are added challenges and complaints because of COVID-19.
Today, voters told us there weren't enough poll workers at a voting site, which created a bottleneck. We also heard from a voter in Bee Cave who was concerned a poll worker missed a key step, and she's worried her ballot wasn't counted. KXAN's Kaitlyn Karmout looked into some of the complaints and asked county clerks about the training workers received ahead of early voting.
More lines Wednesday, the second day of early voting.
There was a huge line, but I went up and asked people and they said they had been there for over 2 hours. And then I left.
Others found the right voting site at the right time.
I'm looking like, hey, no line? Yeah, come on in. I'm like, okay, sure.
One viewer told us they struggled to vote at the downtown public library.
He says he and his wife came to vote at 2 separate times, and both times the ballot drop box jammed. He says the poll worker had no idea how to troubleshoot the problem.
They forgot their training and didn't realize that all you have to do is reboot. So there was a delay in 2 other places.
Travis County's clerk says some poll workers were seeing this equipment for the first time in person.
All of our brand new people who have gone through during COVID, you have to go through, on screen, a kind of a Teams meeting for training.
Williamson County training has remained much of the same compared to previous years.
We certainly don't have any sort of all online training. Really, like I said, our training is hands-on, in person. We try to cram 4 hours, a lot of information into 4 hours of training.
If an issue surfaces at a polling location, both counties have a judge to help troubleshoot. But still, patience is a virtue.
There are a lot of moving parts in an election and a lot of moving parts at a polling place. And we encourage folks who doubt that to volunteer to be a poll worker, and they can see for themselves all that's involved.
Kaitlyn Karmout, KXAN News.
Travis County is currently hiring workers to help with the election. Early voting poll worker positions are closed, but you can still apply to work on Election Day. The Travis County Clerk's Office says working Election Day is long and intense, but very rewarding. Even students who are at least 16 can apply to serve as election clerks. Other open positions include support technicians, ballot by mail clerks, and call center representatives.